Hey, how's it going? I am Anthopants. We're looking at some gameplay now with Cherry Hunter, Streets of Rage 4. So we're going to see Cherry Hunter and Axel coming into Stage 6. They're going to be jumping off of bicycles, which makes me think that we might have a bike level. Like a bike auto-scroller maybe on level 5, or maybe it's just a cutscene transition. So Cherry's got, she can run. That's one of the things. That right there we're seeing is actually her punch combo. I think she does a 2-punch into a flying knee into that Superman punch down. Yeah, and then that was her blitz move. Her blitz move is just a run into a flying knee, into a punch down. Cherry can run, which is one of the things that we're going to be seeing from her. So far, we're not seeing running from Axel, so Axel might not have a run. It might just be a Cherry ability, kind of like in Streets 2 where Skate was the only one who could run. Cherry might just be the only character in this game that can run. So there's her grab move. When she jumps and hits specials, she'll do a guitar down. Then when you see her on the ground and do her guitar forward, that's her forward special. And then I think she does kind of like a strum of the guitar, and that is her, right there, defensive special. So I'll try and point these out. I'm mainly going to be focusing on Cherry's moveset. That right there is just a grab move. It's probably just her grabbing and hitting forward or back, and then she'll end up doing a knee into a guitar slam right there. So yeah, I think that was actually her. Might have been her special. So signals can still slide. That's Axel's defensive special there. Axel's defensive special and his forward special are the same that we got in Streets of Rage 2. And Streets of Rage 3 as well. So here's Garnet. We saw them in Streets 3. Kevin in the yellow pants is a new character. That's Donovan doing his uppercut, just like normal. Yeah, so we're not really seeing that grab move where Cherry's grabbing the character and then getting on them and punching them. Similar to Skate's, only Skate was going on the back and Cherry goes on the front. We were seeing that during her character reveal, but we're not really seeing it here. Then we haven't seen a star move yet. The star move is kind of its own button and it's a like a super special. So here we're seeing meat cleavers. We haven't seen meat cleavers before. There's a super special. Oh, that's the star move right there. Environmental hazard with the trash can exploding. Then here's Elizabeth, a new character in the green on the bottom with the purple hair, and she ends up throwing kind of poison bottles. And then in a different section she throws a fire bottle, and I think she also has an electric bottle as well. And she can get stuck in it and get hurt by it as well. You can kind of see them turning green when they get stuck in it. She drops it when you hit her. There's Big Ben. We've seen Big Ben in the other games. In this game, it looks like you can throw Big Ben without Big Ben landing on you. In Streets of Rage 1 and 3, you couldn't throw Big Ben with some of the characters. Well, in 1 you couldn't with any of them, and in 3 you couldn't with some of them. In 2 you could throw Big Ben, so I'm glad you can throw Big Ben again. Kind of annoying when Big Ben lands on top of you. We got the pigeons. The pigeons falling out of the sky. This is like a John Woo film, except for the white doves, we get the pigeons. Tons of attention to detail. In every single little section, we got the steam coming out of the grates. You've got, you know, like, you'll see flies in the background. You'll see dust in the background. Just, yeah, really, you know, birds flying by, little cans on the ground. Just a ton of attention to detail. This guy over here with his noodles is just going, this guy's going crazy with the noodles in the background here. While the guy's cooking over there. So yeah, it's the kickboxer that we've seen before. In Streets 2, kickboxers were kind of the small enemy types, the most feared. In this game, it looks like they're just run-of-the-mill. Here's a new person, Goro, in the karate gi. We haven't seen this person before. I love just he's so casual. Everything he does is super casual. Every time he walks, every attack he does, everything he does is casual and, you know, like confident. Knife and pipe from the weapons. We've seen these weapons before. The meat cleaver is sort of the new weapon that we've seen along with the thrown bottles. He's got that like that punch spam like Billy from the Power Rangers beat him up on the Sega Genesis, I believe. Or was it beat him up on the SNES? Anyway. Hard to remember. At this point, I haven't played those games in like, 25 years. Okay, so we got a pole arm here. Japanese pole arm. There's a Japanese name for it. I don't really remember. It starts with an N. Sata Naginata. I don't really remember. It's something to that degree. Looks like it's a one-hitter quitter on these Galzias. Axel's doing his forward special. Yeah. Axel's forward special once again. Now then, anytime you're using your special, your health goes down, but there's that green bar. If you get hit, you lose that green bar, which we'll hear with that like time over kind of sound, that whoop whoop. Just heard it right there, I believe. Then if you're punching guys, your green bar will fill back up and you can regain the health that you lost from your special. So Cherry's trying to do some aerial moves there. There's her forward special. I think that was her going into an aerial forward special there. That's her normal punch combo that she didn't finish off. Yeah, signals. We're seeing some. We've seen some sliding from signals in this. So yeah, that aerial. So there is an aerial special. There's a forward special. There's a defensive special. We're just not seeing the full range. Like we haven't seen her back attack. We haven't seen the full range of her grab attacks. We may not have seen the full range of her aerial attacks either. Her just normal aerial attacks. So now we're moving off the dojo. We're into the boss section. Here's Shiva. Shiva is the level 6 boss, it looks like. I'm kind of hoping Shiva's playable in the game, maybe unlockable, something to that degree. Shiva was playable in Streets of Rage 3. He was the level 1 boss of Streets 3, also the alternate ending boss of Streets of Rage 3. And then was playable in that game. So I'm hoping he's playable in this game. I'm of the opinion that I think we just saw a super special. So there's a super special from Cherry. That's Cherry's super special. Does a decent amount of damage. And if you're comboing, you can really just knock off like a quarter boss health with just a single combo, which is really cool. But yeah, I do hope Shiva's playable. If she was not playable, I kind of would rather Shiva wasn't in the game, that they were just using more, newer bosses and things like that. And just the fact that Shiva was playable in 3, to then not have Shiva playable in this one would be kind of a bit of a letdown, but that's alright. Yeah, I don't, my only, she's going to go into a forward special for the finisher. Yep, that's a forward special to the finisher on Shiva. That's stage 6. So, my only, thing that I would probably like to see is, I feel like Cherry's walk, like she's got a lot of style to just her stance, to everything that she does, her running, all that, but her walk is just kind of very, it's like almost like very Axel-like. Like where her and Axel look like they have the exact same walk, and maybe they haven't done the animation for it yet, but I'd like to see her have a little bit of her own walk. Like this is just very upright. She doesn't really have her own walk, like style to her walk. It looks very much like Axel's walk. So if she has her own style to her walk, I'd like to see that. We saw a lot of her moveset in this gameplay, but we're not seeing her full, and maybe it wasn't programmed into this gameplay that they got later on for the trailer. We're not seeing her full grab moveset, and we're not seeing, I don't think, her full aerial moveset. We're not seeing a back attack from her, but we did see the super special, we saw the defensive special, the forward special, we saw her punch combo, we saw her blitz move. We did see some throws from her, some of the grabs from her, and we saw some of her comboing. So I think that was pretty cool and a pretty good display of what it's going to be like for somebody who's coming into this game and they don't necessarily play a whole lot of beat 'em ups, what it's going to be like to see some of the new people play. And then hopefully it'll be awesome when some of the veterans get a chance to get their hands on the game to kind of see what she can do. But she's going to be, I think, a very fun character for people to play as. I don't know how people are going to feel about the fact that she's able to run and Axel isn't able to run. People might not like that. Personally, I think it works. It doesn't look like Axel necessarily needs a run to me. I am Anthopants. I'll try and keep everybody updated on the Streets of Rage 4 news so long as it's coming out. And I will see y'all later on.